The timing is perfect. Alright. I don't know if anyone caught that reference. That was some corn. Some coming undone. Let's get into this one. Oriana's band. Jensen was a freaking menace. He was the beast. He was insane when it came to this. I don't think this Tristana is a big issue. I think Kog'Maw has been fantastic. I feel like Cloud9 on red side has a big problem that they run into here because they can't ban Janna Lulu. And that is the meta World Elite is comfortable in. The Janna Lulu one, and if they ban one, they have to ban the other. But the approach they could take is ban Janna and then counterpick the Lulu with a Leona. That's something we've seen somewhere, I think. I see it in the air. World Elite now with an easy Janna first pick. Boom, pow. C9 are gonna respond with a Tristana, with a freaking, whoa. Okay. Alright. C9 with Janna and Jarvan. Imagine having Janna and Jarvan. Same team. Lock it in, clock it in. Pick Janna, dude. Pick Janna. You have to. And then lock in that Ashe. I want to see sneaky Ashe. Sneaky Ashe, Janna. Boom. Drop it on me, man. Drop it on me. Give me some loving. Give me some love. Pick me the Janna right now. Come on, C9. Lock in that free win. Boom. Janna. And then Ashe. Boom. Ban out the supports that are pain in the ass for you. Boom. Drop the mic. Alright, yes. No, don't write anything else, contracts. You don't need to write anything else. Janna, lock it in. World Elite are gonna pick Lulu and said Lulu and Gragas right here. You're just gonna look in the Ashe and you're gonna keep engaging on this Ashe, this Caitlyn, Lulu. You're gonna be happy, you're gonna be satisfied, you're gonna be good. But then, maybe Caitlyn's gonna run cleanse. It might be kind of meh. I don't know if Ashe is 100% the thing you should go for. But, could be a possibility, maybe Varus. We haven't seen a lot of Ashe into this tournament. But the counter to K are these champions. The other approach is just to take an AD carry that is gonna take it up the bum and then scale well into the game. That's definitely also an approach. World Elite don't go for a jungle pick here. Curious to see what they're going to go for here, because Gragas is going to be banned, and then Kondi might be forced to play something else. He might be forced to play something else here. C9 are just going for the easy choice. Tristana scales well into the game. Tristana has a lot of success in the group stage. It's completely fine by me. Looking at Tristana, I'm not going to complain. A team, if you don't have to look at the enemy team, just hold a hand over the enemy team and you see Janna, Jarvan. Let's just block this out for a second. Let's just make this pen thick and you just let's pretend this is going on and you're looking at C9 draft at 7.18. You're like, oh my goodness, look at the draft, dude. Look at the draft. Look at the champs they have. It's definitely fine. I'm not complaining because there's no Ashe and Varus. Ashe and Varus might have been just risky more than anything. Alright, I like the bans from C9. I think this is the go-to junglers, the Rek'Sai and the Gragas. Very curious now, World Elite. What are they gonna pick? Galio's out of the picture, so we won't see Kha'Zix. Galio shenanigans. I don't know, maybe we'll see Kayn, Kha'Zix. Ezreal's also out. I think Kha'Zix has been played a couple of times at this tournament, but I was mostly into Ezreal. Shen is outie. He's picking into Cho'Gath. Maybe we'll see a Gnar here, but that would put him on a lot of AD damage. Singed again. My goodness. Singed again. Why not? He's fine into the tanks. And I think Cho'Gath has a better time against Singed than Maokai has. So that is big. That is big. Big if true. C9 going for the last pick mids and Mystic locking in the Lee Sin. I'm not aware of how good Kondi is on Lee, but I can imagine that he's gonna be crisp. Oh, it's a Cho'Gath jungle. Cho'Gath jungle. But why would you do this, man? Why? You're sending Cho'Gath into the jungle after the enemy team picked Singed into it blind, and all of a sudden you pick Maokai. Why would you do that, man? You could have picked like Gnar, a ranged champion, to completely like molest the Singed. But I don't know, maybe we'll see Cho'Gath mid lane, Maokai jungle, and maybe then it would be fine because Jace is picked. I don't know, Kevin. I really don't know. I think C9 can just round this off with maybe a Ryze or a Syndra. Syndra's banned, Orianna's out. I think Ryze will be the go-to choice. I think last time we were in this situation, C9 picked Aurelion Sol. Talia is also smoothie. Like, it's cool with Talia. I think Talia has a fine matchup into Jace because that's what he's assuming he's going to play against. Me too. But I'm so disappointed, man. Super disappointed. What was the idea here? There's a Maokai in the jungle. Nothing else, he's gonna sap it up and he's gonna scale into it. And I think the benefit here for World Elite that they got Cho'Gath in trade for this weaker jungler. I think World Elite fucked out draft big time here. They fucked up. They could have punished so hard. The main thing here is, the strength you get from being freaking blue side is that the enemy team is forced to show one. You get the first pick, and the enemy team is forced to show one of the solo laners before. And with picking Cho'Gath third instead of the Gragas, you allow C9. It's not a big deal to blind pick the jungler. They don't give 10 fucks about that. They banned the Shen. The Cho'Gath the Singed comes through, and the Singed is the pick that they want to pick into Cho'Gath because Singed is good into tanks. That's like he's good into tanks. He can push them and he can buy Leandris, and that's what he did last game, right? Like he can also buy Righteous Glory and shenanigans like that, and also be fine in the game. But this time around, looking at the last game, Impact was not super useful, but he was ahead of the Maokai, so it worked, right? It worked in that sense, and. And afterwards, they went for the Caitlyn first pick. Didn't like it. Didn't like their bans either, I think banning Ezreal is completely garbage. I think banning Ezreal is just so fucking useless. Like, why are they banning Ezreal? Can they just please remove the fucking Jarvan? Jarvan has been so impactful. World League just need to just ban the freaking Jarvan. Ban the Jarvan instead of the Ezreal. Orianna ban was good, I think. And then, first pick Janna. And, Ben has shown that he's a freaking insane Janna. The lane phase hasn't been a problem for you guys either. The enemy team had Caitlyn the first game, and you guys were solid. You guys were golden. And World Elite, what else did they screw up? They had the Cho'Gath flex. It was a good idea here that potentially put Cho'Gath in the jungle just to screw over Singed big time. Bait him in, and then if he picks a different top laner, you just send Cho'Gath top. And then in this case, Singed is locked in. You just send Cho'Gath into the jungle. Boom, you pick a Gnar, and all of a sudden, Singed is like, damn, son, I'm playing against Gnar, a Singed. My life sucks. But in this case, he's like, damn, my life is the shit. Look at him. His mouth is moving behind this linen bandana that is covering his face. But all in all, I think our boys in blue definitely got the good draft in this one. They have the Janna, they have the Jarvan. What it's going to come down to here is, can World Elite actually get an advantage bottom? Because if they can't, they're going to run into a wall of ninja tabis, and then it's going to be hard. Keep your dreams and never give up. What does this even mean? Keep your dreams. I'm keeping my dreams, not because you tell me to, because I want to. Cloud9 flag over in China. Big if true. We got Ignite in the mid lane. I don't think Jace necessarily is that bad against Talia. I've seen Nuktak play this matchup plenty of times, and Nuktak is just something else when it comes to that champion, though. He's a champ, definitely. He's He's playing Jace at a very high level. Let's see if Xie can do the same. I assume he can. He's at the World Championship, If you know world class at this point, then, good luck in esports. Jensen with Talia, sure. She can put her rocks down and Xie can't Q him in hammer stance, but luckily Jace has different stance too, and those EQs can hurt. I'm curious to see what kind of runes she is running with. He has MR and blues. Maybe he has armor penetration, maybe he doesn't. 60 flat AD, I'm not too sure. I think he has some AD runes in there and maybe some attack speed, but I think armor penetration is the way to go. Or lethality, as people call it nowadays. Pardon me. Kondi in the jungle, gonna put some saps. Gonna have a good start, but Maokai jungle has been nerfed plenty of times. Or not plenty of times, but enough to be not first pick worthy. I need to just text my girlfriend because I told her I'm going to wake her up at this hour. She's a sleepy cat. Okay. I sent 3 texts, that should be enough. Contract starting red. Buff. Contracts with the invade. Interesting stuff. Now this is the 3rd game in a row he does something like this, and this is very well timed. Kondi is trying to sap here, and there's going to be like a battle of hook Qs, and boom. Falls in favor of Kondi. Contract gets 1 tiny brother. And, as we talked about, earlier, it's all about how much Lulu and Kate can actually punish the Janna and the Tristana, because they will just outscale the enemy team very hard here in bottom. Armor is going to be a very strong item here, or strong purchase for C9. Ninja Tabi on Talia most likely, and it's going to be a big deal here. It's going to be quite massive. World Elite and Kondi down here is just doing his clear. He's going to pattern to top side eventually. It's going to be all good. Kondi didn't get punished, and Contracts wasted a lot of time invading, and he's behind now on his clear. Kondi most likely is going to base and buy his jungle item after this Gorm camp, and all is going to be fine and well. 957 is kind of exposed here for the gank. He's trying to push in the wave, but the timing now is very good. Impact did flash, and Choga. Okay, Thunderlord is proccing. Oh, can we get the Q? Oh, that's the eat. Oh, no. That was so free. So free. So free. So beautiful. Nah, but the main problem here is, look, we don't even, Javan is here right now, and bam, he flashes now. He flash Eid now. Contracts is, Impact went in way too early, and then the EQ doesn't land. I don't know if he should have went for the flash W punch and then EQ after the flash. I think that would have ended better here if he went for that kind of a play instead. Maokai is throwing some saplings in the mid lane. Jensen needs to eat it. Eat your veggies, Jensen. But I think if Contract just flashed W autoed and then EQ'd after him after the flash, it would have been better. But I don't know. I think the biggest issue was that Impact just went too soon. Premature flash. C9 under heavy siege bottom, 10 Cs behind. They have a wave coming into the turret though. No W here on Sneaky. Maybe Maokai can do something dangerous here. Maybe he could have flashed over the wall and W'd Sneaky. And then it could have been juicy. But of course there comes a risk with that because he would have to flash. And then if Sneaky flashes, all of a sudden he's under the turret. And all of a sudden he's in deep. Gondi has been spending a lot of time here at bottom though. And maybe Maokai could do some aggro resets with his W if they go for this. Okay, Condi level 4 now. Polymorph lands. Crazy stuff, crazy dive. Mystic doesn't have... Ooh. Mystic doesn't have enough money yet for BS Sword. He needs about 4 more CS. He's gonna stay in the wave now. Condi's also doing some very risky business here down bottom. And C9's bot lane is very fine after this dive. Mystic was the one that was tanking the turret, so he's happy with that situation. Oh, okay. Jensen needs to run away. 1v2. Shia is pressuring 1v2, which is a massive deal. Talia doesn't even get to push in the wave. And this is the game where the laners strike back against the junglers. The junglers are trying to set up plays both mid and top, and the junglers are just losing out this time around. Everyone hates how junglers decide their lane phases, and this time around, the junglers strike back. Top side, you know, it's a rough one, you know, Impact dies, 1v2, Contracts dies, and I guess it's kind of reverse how the junglers decide the game this time around, you know, the junglers are deciding the game the opposite way. Tristana had enough money now for her BF, for the base. She missed plenty of CS, and the ambient gold was enough for her to just get the BF sword. Look at that CS deficit, man. Mystic. Good stuff. Mystic now in deep. He has flash. Flash very well timed. Oh, Smoothie almost took a turret shot. Very close. And I felt like if the trap placement could have been better there. If the trap placement here was better. Boom. I think Mystic could have placed a trap earlier. And then it could have been better. It could have sprung. And then that's a kill right there. Mystic. I think he could have trapped better, yeah. But looking back at it, Mystic getting caught like this, let's take a look at that situation and why that happened. Talia and Jarvan are first back on the map. Lulu base is quite late. She was freezing the wave. Now the wave is frozen for Mystic. And what is it that Mystic does? That kind of clips him in half here. Maokai is doing his golems, and Jarvan through mid lane went to bottom. He placed 2 pink wards and he's very happy going into this, and Mystic is just taking a massive risk. And the question is, like here, Lulu and her freeze, was it good what she did? Because she didn't really freeze the wave, like she was freezing the wave for the enemy team. Like this is enemy freeze. Now the wave is slow pushing towards the enemy. Well, it would have, if Lulu didn't do this, it would have also slow pushed towards the enemy. But I don't know, Kevin. Wasting Lulu's time for this, I don't know if it's worth it. Well, to be fair, if Lulu's here, the gank would still happen, right? If Lulu's here in the mix, and Mystic would still been chunked and lost his flash. So it's fine. Impact now roaming into mid lane. Shouldn't really amount to anything. Oh, flash, okay. Interesting. I really don't think this hinge is that useful, man. I really don't think so. Man. Crazy stuff, man. What a world we're living in, man. Singe top lane, Leona support, Blitzcrank support. I have a fruit bowl. Man, it's crazy, dude. Only after doing golems is walking up. See, now with not that big of a CS disadvantage on bottom. Like right now, they're happy. I think the main question is, like, Mystic lost a lot of health in the first initial kind of gank. And on top of that, C9 still have their summoners on a lot of people here. Their bottom tower, the question is how healthy the bottom tower is, because that's what I want to see, because that is where World Elite's advantage will truly lie. But right here, you know, Ben is going quite deep. Good polymorph. And boom pow. Sneaky. This was a big lack of summoners for World Elite, big lack of HP as well. And Shia here without flash. He's in deep, and Condi's coming in here. Contact's very low. Contact's getting ignited. I don't know if Jensen can finish him off. Auto attacks are coming in. Very well played from Shia. Ooh, no! Potion, ticking away. Potion. Holy shit. That is crazy stuff right there. My goodness, it just seemed like she was so dead. Condi comes in, Janna was also roaming. She was first, Lulu was dead. But then, the magnificent play from Shia. He was just playing this very safe and sound. He was playing this very bold. And then, you know, the juke here. I think a big mistake here is that Jensen didn't wait for the Jarvan EQ to land, because Jensen should have a free CC here. You can see how he puts his stun down and Shia doesn't get hit by it. Like in a case where Jensen just places this on top of the EQ of Jarvan, then it would have been a lot better. And then Jensen could have just one-shotted Shia. Because the Jarvan EQ should be very easy to land. Like right here, Jarvan has a very easy time hitting it. You know, it should be very easy, and Jensen should have played around it. Because the Talia knockup is very hard to land, easy to see, and in that case, you know, right there, she could have been dead. Contracts could have potentially lived. Who knows? But definitely a misplay here. Question is also if Contracts could have just EQ'd earlier onto the Jarvan. Like right here, he's kind of hesitating. She is juking back and forth, but if Contracts just EQs him, then Jensen can follow up earlier, and then maybe Contracts could have been even healthier. Interesting game so far. Big deal now, you know, C9 this double kill down bottom. You know, we lost a bit of focus on what happened bottom, but let's be honest here. Big deal that Mystic lost his summoners in the gank before, and then, you know, Ben is walking up so far here, so far. He's walking up, no heal. Actually has heal, pardon me. Then the W comes in, sneaky, places, like this barrier is massive, and then the E just pops him. The E fully stacked E on Lulu just does like 300 damage straight up. Like just boom, biceps, right in the face. And then, you know, the impact this will have on the game is absolutely crazy, because this was one of the win conditions for World Elite, is that they get the Kayle ahead with the Lulu into the Janna lane, because Janna Tristana are going to scale like mofos right here. They're going to scale crazy good. And, you know, it's going to be bonkers how much they can do in this game, you know. And right now, Shia is a bit stronger than Jensen in mid lane, and that could be an opening for World Elite. World Elite needs to start playing around mid and top, and this is very different for World Elite, because they've been playing around bottom for a long time, and I feel like C9's bot lane is going to be way stronger now. And a change of pace now for World Elite to need to play around mid lane and into top lane, and potentially punish Singed and Talia and try to play through there. No flash on Caitlyn, so Contract is going to continue to play into bottom. Both flashes are up, and Talia is going to do the same. Right now, Jace was doing blue buff, so Talia is going to have this free play into bottom. She's going to dive, and TP is coming in now from Singed. Talia is also going to roam down bottom. Not the greatest time to do blue buff for their friends up top lane, but I don't think with the pressure C9 should have bottom that there will ever be a good time. And 957 is TPing in here, taking a lot of damage, gets one popped flash, completely useless. Oh, lives for a long time, and Smoothie does a Ben ultimate, heals everyone to full, Contracts ulting the wrong target, ults on Lulu, and then all of a sudden C9 with a bunch of kills. C9 doing fantastic, and World Elite, the more and more we think about it, the more and more we realize that World Elite is very one-dimensional in their approach. It's all about that winning bot lane, it's all about that Janna, and that's where all of their victories had lied. World Elite were kind of ahead of a curve when it came to the draft, but right now everyone has understood that Janna's OP, and it's all about that late game for World Elite, and right now C9 have the better late game composition, and C9 have played better in every early game till now. The main thing here for World Elite is they need to start considering Contracts Jarvan as being too impactful, is being scales too well into the game, and Contracts is also dominating the early game with it, and I think this is a big issue for them. This time around, though, I think more credit is due when the credit is due in Sneaky's favor and Smoothie's favor, recognizing that opportunity. World Elite playing a bit too cocky. Ben with his trading on Lulu has been it was very poor in that situation, and they didn't analyze it properly by realizing they don't have summoners, and on top of that we are very low on Caitlyn, and Lulu is not level 6, so that's a big issue. Jensen now with no flash, Cleanse comes in, no feast, Shia. We see World Elite playing to their strength, giving up on bottom and trying to play through mid lane. World Elite do have a lot of time here to work on the mid wave turret, but they're just going to back off and walk top side. Tristana and Janna rotating into here. Tornado, flash tornado doesn't land on anything. Sneaky, W's in, Condi, no flash. Too deep. Okay, crazy stuff happening here. So C9 have priority through bottom, and World Elite recognize that Smoothie and Sneaky are rotating into mid lane, and I like the fact that World Elite are forcing on other sides of the map. They need to force in mid lane, force in top lane. They need to just make sure that something happens as long as they're getting screwed over bottom. Right now they don't have pressure bottom, and they need to just accept it, and C9 eventually gonna get the tower, but it's all about just creating something on the other side of the map. Right now Jensen doesn't have any summoners, and it's all about that shit. Let's take a step back and just look at what happened previously. We had replay, rewind that tape, and then we just came into the situation where it was a good dive opportunity for the Elite to just walking through mid lane, and top lane was pushed, I assume. I don't know, man. I really don't know. Like the replay into a kill always sucks. Let's just say World Elite did great. Nice job, World Elite. And then they get roamed into here by Janna and Tristana. And the biggest issue here is World Elite, they can't walk through the mid tower, and they lose a lot of time walking around. So Janna and Tristana are in time here, and Condi walks up and gets W'd by Sneaky, forced to W of his own to avoid some damage, but not enough. Not enough. Hey. C9 still in a fantastic state. Let's see if Singe is going to be their anchor that holds them down. I doubt it, but I still think this pick is funny. Janna has her Ardent Sensor already, and that's the first tower of the game. Whoa! Shia channeling his inner Nuke Duck. Condi's here. It's half a Mystic to do a lot of DPS. Puts the traps down, gets the traps down, but no one can really kill Sneaky while Caitlyn is in trouble. Sneaky's continuing, but Condi seems pretty healthy and safe. Jace is coming down here though, and World Elite can chase onto this. So Jace gets the solo kill onto Talia. Talia, against armor penetration has a hard time, and the all-in of Jace is very strong when it reaches Youmuu's Ghost Blades. Oh, ding, 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 ding. The game is all over. The game is over. The game is freaking over. If the game is not over right here, then I don't know what is what. But Smoothie still had his ultimate. I didn't realize that, and he comes in here and he just peels the Jace. Jace is trying to EQ, doesn't land it, and all of a sudden, you know, when the ult here comes in from Smoothie, then the DPS from Gia, and Tornado just comes in while he's in ultimate. Juicy stuff. Smoothie pulling off some Janna plays here, and Smoothie just completely denies it. Sneaky dodges, and Sneaky is just getting better. He's evolving. You know, he's becoming Super Saiyan in this series. He is evolving, getting better and better. Sneaky with the slow start, popping off this time around. You know, in the first game he did a double lift, he didn't flash, and right now, you know, he's in it to win it. And, you know, after this happened, I can't imagine that the game will fall out of favor for C9. They scale very well into the game. They also have the comp going on for them. I would love to see some more armor on C9's side so they can actually deal with this armor penetration Jace. But that's pretty much it, I think. You know, we can fast forward a bit. Actually, I want to take a look at this 1v1. So it was plain and simple. Shia dodging the E from Jace. I mean, Shia dodging the Talia knockup by queuing over it, and then boom, committing on Jensen. Jensen has no flash, and he just gets one popped. He gets freaking one-shotted. He gets deleted off the map, and rightfully so. Like, Jace is good in this matchup. I was surprised many times where, like, looking at how Nuktak played Jace against Talia, he made me a believer instantly when he told me that Talia is not good against Jace. Like, at first glance, it makes sense. Oh, you put down the rocks and he can't Q you, you know, sure. It sounds fancy and all, but Jace has such high base numbers, and he's great. So while we were watching replays, C9 swapped into topside and they pushed the turret. Topside for the Rift Herald. They don't care about Cloud Drake. No one cares about Rain. Rift Herald taken from C9. Don't need to use it. Javan has it in his pocket. Can keep it. Maybe pet it. Cuddle it. C9 just continuing the pressure streak. No problem. You know, wherever Tristana is, it's just so much pressure. How do they deal with Tristana right now? They need to hope for some Jace one-shots, but even that is very hard when you got Janna by your side. Tristana, Janna being ahead in the game. Imagine that, you know, it's an FF20. Surprising that we haven't seen a lot of Lulu Kog'Maws. I think Lulu Kog'Maw is a juicy lane that we haven't seen in a long time. And the Rift Herald is popping off. C9 maybe can break the base, but it seems like they're backing off. World Elite is very grouped, and it's hard to break the base when the enemy team is grouped, right? Talia is walling them off, and the rotation into mid lane now is juicy. Shia does manage to kill the wave in time by EQing the range creeps. And now C9 are doing the correct thing, not like the first game. They're actually keeping on their feet, forcing World Elite to take bad rotations, and they're chipping away at their turrets. Impact is going to walk up top lane and kill the wave, and Talia can stay in mid lane here to kill the mid wave that is coming up. And C9 are playing it much faster now because they're keeping the enemy on their feet. That is what matters here. Talia is in mid lane, and oh, Sneaky got cancelled. Sneaky has flash. Janna has ultimate still. Sneaky is doing a lot of damage with his rockets. Impact with the flash fling. Alright, everybody low. Everybody low. This should be at bottom tower with the next wave. Sneaky should be able to take it away. Alright, Sneaky survives. But I don't know if Worley will ever get a better situation than that, you know. Smoothie still has his ultimate. There's a lot of tools here. Like, Sneaky needs to fuck up so bad in order for him to die. I'm just gonna fast forward here and, you know, use this as a resting game. I'm gonna chill out here, you know. My goodness. My goodness. C9, impressing by C9 for sure. Shia having a great game, but well, Elite, man, they done goofed. They done goofed in the bar lane. That double kill, such a defining moment for this matchup, you know. And I just think it's a mistake. World Elite, they should have continued. They should have continued with the Janna. They should have banned Jarvan instead of Ezreal. Fuck Ezreal, man. Who cares about Ezreal? You don't have to give 10 shits about Ezreal. Ezreal is garbage. Don't ban Ezreal. Ban Jarvan. Obviously, Contracts is playing a great Jarvan. And then, either Contracts is going to pick Ezreal, you're going to be super happy, or he's not going to pick Ezreal, you're also going to be happy because you realize that it's not a waste of a ban. But, I don't know. I just don't like this. Don't like this draft. Should have first picked Janna. It's just too OP, and World Elite is one of the best teams at playing with Janna. C9 now, with a big trump wall, with a big advantage as well. It's all good. Locking up Baron. I think everything is fairly straightforward from now on. Let's look into the next game. C9 are going to look to get themselves on blue side. They're going to look to first pick Janna, or first pick Tristana even. I think if C9, what they could do is do something similar where they force a situation where Lulu and Janna is out of the game, and then they just first pick Tristana and they're very happy. Pardon me. They could just ban the supports again on blue side and make a meta game where Lulu Janna is not in it, because I feel like World Elite shine there, and I think World Elite is fucked up in draft now. Well, like, what is their draft? I don't think it's good at all here. We needed a Janna first pick. We needed a Jarvan ban instead of Ezreal, and then we would have a game. We would definitely have a game. And then World Elite should have picked Gragas instead of Cho'Gath. They could have like the low tier jungler in Maokai. And picking Cho'Gath early just didn't pay off. Like, who really cares about them doing this? If anything, Cho'Gath being picked and then Singed being counterpicked, I think if anything it should have been used to counterpick the Singed, but it wasn't used for anything. Kondi dies. C9 pushing in. The entire base is dying. Yeah, Cloud9. Sneaky MVP of this one. Very well played in the bottom. Oh, Smoothie could also be MVP. I don't know. Bot lane MVP. It's hard to say, like only one guy, but absolutely beautiful from C9. Good stuff. Good stuff. For the love of God, World Elite, stop banning the fucking Ezreal, man. That is the lesson for the next game. Just fucking remove the Jarvan from the game. And first pick the freaking Janna. Okay, beautiful stuff from Sneaky. Sneaky W, coming in, boom, dabbing on them haters.